They say baking is precise, but I cannot follow any recipe to save my life. Still, when friends cook from the heart, I meet them halfway, with apples, cinnamon, and a twist you won't see coming. Our neighbors invited us for dinner tonight. They're serving cabbage rolls, comforting, hearty, and full of love. I already had 2 store-bought desserts in the fridge, but something in me said, bake a cake. I started with dry ingredients first. 3 cups of all-purpose or bread flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. In another bowl, I whisked together 1.5 cups of regular olive oil, crack 3 eggs, and 2 cups of sugar until smooth and glossy. Then came the apples, 3 cups, peeled and diced. I stirred them right into the wet mixture. Then add a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. It's one of my little tweaks. Folding the apples early so every bite carries their flavor. Then I brought the 2 together, adding the dry ingredients to the wet in 3 batches, mixing just until the flour disappeared each time. By the end, the batter was thick and heavy, the kind that clings to the spoon and promises a tender crumb. I greased my petite 6.5-inch Bundt pan off camera, poured the batter in, and sprinkled another teaspoon of cinnamon right over the top. The rest went into a pie dish because nothing gets wasted in my kitchen. With the oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, I bake it for about 55 minutes, 5 minutes shorter than the original recipe, since a smaller pan cooks just a bit faster. When the cake baked, I started the glaze. In a small saucepan, I melted a 1/4 cup of butter, added 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of half and half. It melted together into something rich and glossy, sweet and simple, and then I couldn't resist a twist. A splash of bourbon, Jim Beam to be exact, and a cinnamon stick cracked in half. That's when the magic started. I turned the heat down low and let it simmer for 25 minutes until the kitchen smelled like autumn with attitude. When the cake was done, I let it cool completely. Then the glaze, still warm but thickened, was ready to pour. I drizzled part of it over the top, waited for it to settle, came back with the rest. I spilled perfectly into the middle of the cake, leaving that glossy golden sheen. And yes, I save a little extra glaze for serving because there's never too much of that brown sugar bourbon magic. Before heading out, I cut a slice from the pie dish version and handed it to my husband for a taste test. I took a bite too. Still slightly warm, soft apple pieces tucked into the buttery crumb. After a long, thoughtful pause, he looked up and said, "It's perfect." I had to agree. A soft apple-filled cake with cinnamon and vanilla, topped with a buttery glaze, kissed by bourbon, made not from perfection, but from heart, timing, and a little rebellion. Tonight, it will sit right next to cabbage rolls, a sweet finish to a dinner among friends. This is Glaze bourbon apple Bundt cake from my heart to my neighbor's table. Welcome to Glaze Kitchen, where flavors and rules are without borders.